Welcome back to Becoming a Better Knitter. Today we're going to talk about joining a second color of yarn in your work, as there are definite ways to make it smoother. And yet it's not complicated. So in order to incorporate a new color at the beginning of the row, all we do is we're about to start a knit stitch. We're just going to take our other color, create a little bit of a loop. We're just going to loop it right on that needle, and we're going to pop it through and create that knit stitch. We can go into our second stitch, get rid of that tail, grab our new color, and start knitting. Now, if you're concerned about it dangling or coming undone, we can just take it and do the first part of a little tie just to keep that snug and together. And the fibers will hold it in place. And if you want, you can make a little bow and have that nicely secured. You do not want to put a knot. Knots are for macrame. In the end, once you've completed your knitting, this way we can just easily undo this. And then when you go to weave in your ends, you can take this in opposite directions. So this can work its way up the side, and this one can work its way down the side. If it's part of a seam, it will all just get incorporated and wrapped in. By all means, you want to try to avoid starting a new color in the midst of your work, because possibly it could come undone. Even if you're using the same yarn, always start at the edge, or if you're doing a sweater, try to do it underneath the arms in a little bit more of a conspicuous place. So that way, in case something happens, it'll be an easier fix. If you do have to start a new color in the middle of the row, the technique is very much the same. Just stop with your main color, take a loop with your new color, put it on, and just start knitting with your new color as you're going along. Once you've finished your row, again, do the same thing. Create just a little bit of a tie, the first step of a tie, and just be very gentle when you're pulling it because you don't want it to affect your gauge. And again, do a little bow. So even if it's a contrast color or the same color, just be very gentle with it. Once it's time to weave in your ends, you can easily pull those bows out, and you're going to weave them in the opposite direction. And then on your front side, you won't even be able to see the difference. But again, I always recommend, if you have to start a new yarn, start at the edge or under your arms. If you have to start a new color in the middle of the swatch, just be very careful and gentle, and it'll all come together in the end. I hope you found this tip helpful. If you do, comment yes below, and feel free to share this tip with your knitting friends. Happy knitting!